And hello, everybody. It is Tom Chenault and Adrian Chenault, and it is the Legacy Leadership Radio Show. Holy mackerel. Are you happy enough?
I am over the moon happy. This is going to be such a cool show with two amazing people and who are across the world. I didn't even know it. They're not even in the continental United States anymore. I know, it's terrible.
I am so sorry. He's a terrible contact member. But I will tell you guys this. Adrian introduced me to Allison and Don. So I'm off the air a couple of days later, and I'm talking to Richard Brooke about the fact that I met Don Hobbs. You should have heard Brooke. I mean, it was like I'd met John Lennon. It was so exciting, and he loves you so much that he's probably not watching the show. But at the end of the day, man, you two are complete and total rock stars. From that day on, I've stayed relatively connected to both of you for a million reasons, but I am just going to tell you the world thinks the world of both of you, no matter where you live. And Adrian and I want to come down to Puerto Rico and visit you.
I know. I love Puerto Rico. That's one of my favorite family trips we ever took.
So I almost got these guys killed in Puerto Rico, man. We went to the most dangerous part of Puerto Rico. Down below that, it was some horrible place, and we were driving a huge car, and I couldn't get out.
I forgot about that part.
Oh, it was bad.
That was a cool trip, though.
Yeah.
All right. Talk for a second.
Wow.
The time clock fell down. I need to grab it really quick.
All right, good. Time clock fell down. All right, so we're going to talk to them about what they do for a living, because they figured out a way to earn money from so many different directions that we all need to, everybody talks about multiple streams of income. And one of the things that's critically important is, number one, you've got multiple streams of income, but secondly, that you're doing no harm. And I want to talk about that. My cover photo on my Facebook wall is the opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of the opportunity. And so many people out there are getting in these terrible deals. And, they go, oh, I've only got $27,500 of my money invested. If I lose it, that won't be that big a deal. Well, number one, that's a ton of money. And number two, you're getting money from everybody else. And if you take them off the cliff, they're going to come looking for you. So unless you understand what the hell you're investing in, don't take people with you, because you're going to get your head knocked off, and you're just going to be mad at the world, mad at network marketing, mad at the stock market. And instead, these guys do something unbelievable. They're very, very good at real estate.
Yep.
And they're very, very versed in it for a long time. And it fits inside of their giant business model. And obviously, Don had huge experience over at Success Magazine. So we're just here to listen and learn. So let's have some popcorn and talk to him. Take it away.
Oh, I didn't bring any popcorn. I can get some, though, if you want that. I'll be right back.
There we go.
That's awesome, Tom.
Allison can make popcorn on the side, I think. She's very versatile and resourceful.
I can. Elasti-woman. That's what I
So let's start at the beginning a little bit.
happy to be
I
here,
think that your background story, Don, coming from having run Success Magazine and leading into what you eventually did is really an interesting story. And so talk a little bit about the days of running Success Magazine. And I know that's a big part of Richard Brooks' story and something that he has some really fun memories of. And so talk about that background a little bit before we get into the real estate stuff.
That's really interesting. Thanks. That's a great conversation. We were able to take Success Magazine when it was being purchased from the last gentleman had it. EXP World Holdings bought the company, and Glenn Sanford, who's the founder of that company, EXP, Realty and World Holdings, asked if I would become part of the leadership team and run that. It was super exciting because, you know what, guys, I've been getting that magazine, if you will, since I was 18, like literally was 18 years old, and looking at that. Tony Robbins and I were friends. And I want to go back. I think that's probably even more to the point of where we're going to be talking today. But, I started my career with Jim Rohn. But so here I was as the president of Success. And I remember literally Tony Robbins and I, when I was 18, he was 17, or I was 20, he was 19. We were hanging out together going, can't wait for Success Magazine to come along. And, here I was at the helm of it. It was really cool because we also got to take that iconic brand, which has stood for so many people. And Richard has been on the front cover of that magazine. Tom, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For that, our friend Richard Brooks.
Hell yes, I get a copy of it like once a week from him.
That's funny. graced the cover, I think 5 times. I mean, you look at the who of anything that's called success, and they've been on the front cover of it. And we were able to build a coaching company from it. We were able to do a lot of things from it and build in that iconic brand. So it was really an honor. And I looked at it, of course, it just hit its 125th year this year, 125th year. So you look and you go, I mean, anybody who's been connected to the personal development world has passed through there, been in it, owned it, an editor, a producer, you know, in some way, shape, or form. And so it was really pretty exciting to have that happen.
125 years.
Yeah.
Did John Milton Fogg start it?
No, actually.
He's about 125 now. That's about right.
Yeah, it's. I cannot tell you.
Tom might be right. His contact mapping might tell you that.
I might be able to tell you the name of it, who founded it, but right now it's escaping me. It's not who I thought it was, to be honest with you. It's not who I thought it was. So anyway, that's a little bit of, you know, where it came for me. And of course, the other ironic part was that the company had bought Jim Rohn's library when Jim was passing, you know, was really sick and getting ready to die in like 14 years ago. And of course, a lot of that stuff dates back, the classic stuff, especially to when I was Jim Rohn's president back in the early days. And so, Tom, you didn't know that? So I actually ended up kind of getting some of my library back, you know, kind of that. And in between, we did a bunch of stuff in the training world and real estate, which is, of course, probably.
Yeah, let me back up. Let me back up here. Hold on. Time out. Are we going to introduce Don properly here? Okay, so Don Hobbs got his career started when he was 18, and he walked up to Jim Rohn and said, "I'm going to work for you." And literally within months, he was working for him. But then fast forward, he got his chops, I guess, wet, or his knack for sales, competing with this tiny little guy named Tony Robbins, okay, in ticket sales to Jim Rohn events. He was 17. He was 18. Tony was 17. Although Tony's born on leap year, for those of you guys that don't know, so he's like 14 years old. But anyway, so Don grew up essentially with Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn. Jim is like his father, and that's really where then fast forward, he left Jim Rohn Entertainment and went on to form Hobbs Herder Advertising. Hobbs Herder Advertising really changed the game in real estate, because before that it was about gold balloons or gold coats and Remax balloons or some other brand that made you a real estate agent. It was Hobbs Herder, that actually told the agent, it's about you. It's about you, the real estate agent, you, the person that matters. They don't give a darn about what brokerage you're with. I still don't. It's you that makes your company. It's you that is supported by your real estate company. Talking from real estate leaders, they don't care about the company you're with. The company should support your mission. So with that, he created Hobbs Herder Advertising, which built millions of big, huge, successful agents around the world. And then he went on to retire and then come back and went to be Gary Keller's partner and then run Success Magazine. And now I'm fortunate enough to have him running Expert Partners and 6-7 figure coaching. I have no idea how I wrapped that rant up, but there we go. Bam.
Well, thank God somebody did their homework. Jiminy Christmas.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Look at Tom.
I'm telling you, that is such a cool story. And it is, what's Jarek Robbins doing now then?
He's took over.
He's running Success, right?
Yeah.
He's been on this show.
I got him back.
I stepped out in 21, and he's took over, I think, in early 22.
That is so cool. Yeah. You guys, this is a part of history.
It really is.
And Dawn's like 85 and looks about 45, and she wonders how that worked. It's because you're beautiful, and you guys are a team. And I caught you in a bad season of your life when we first started really getting in some deep water. And what I want everybody to know is these two look like they have it going on. They've got unbelievable pedigree, but everybody goes through seasons. And what I want you to get to is it doesn't matter that you're going through a season. It matters how you come out of that season and keep going, right, you guys?
Totally. Yeah.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Keep pulling up your bootstraps and keep on going, because it always gets better.
My wife's watching the big picture.
Yeah, always keeping
Hi,
the big
Denise.
picture in mind.
Oh my gosh. The person that I know that literally, hello.
Yeah, well, she's only watching because you were with the Dalai Lama. She doesn't give a rat's about us three. She is all over you. So that's pretty cool news. So
Well, yeah, I was going to say now we need the other
Okay.
introduction because this one doesn't. This is not a small person,
No.
in the overall players
we
of the
got
world.
a minute and a half. Why don't you take that on?
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, first of all, Allison, when I met her, was a top realtor and had been in real estate for a lot of years. But if you really look at the track record, this girl started on the trading floor of the Chicago Board of Trade. I don't know if you know that, Tom, but she was there, grinding it out with the big boys. And, as a very young girl, really got her chops there. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And when she moved to California, she actually got into the film industry and took the production school at USC, which is the yes, I'm going to
Peter Stark producing program.
Peter
He
Stark
always
producing
Peter
program.
Stark producing line. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, which is basically the film school, in the world. I mean, it's like the #1 film school. And so she became a producer, went through all of that, and then unfortunately had a little accident. She fell 9 feet and cracked her head and should have died. I'm glad she didn't, of course, but she could have very easily. She was not. It was not a good situation. Another devastating, right? Another season of life. And when she came back, she came to Austin, Texas, and got back into the real estate side because she needed to kind of get her legs underneath her. And I was fortunate enough to have just moved to Austin, Texas, and she was like the first girl that I met, and I was smitten, blown away. And of course, the joke of it is that I tried to date her. She wasn't dating me, but it didn't work out for a little while. But after 150 first dates, lo and behold, we became together. But this girl has, she just got back from meeting, as you said, the Dalai Lama. She was in India. Doing what? Oh, that's right, directing a film, doing some stuff there for a documentary film that's a personal growth and spiritual growth film. And so, this girl, when she thinks in business terms, she thinks of producing a movie, producing a show, producing a company. And that's what probably for me stands out. She just makes stuff. I was going to say a different word, just makes stuff happen. Just makes stuff happen.
Beyond comprehensive. We're going to take a break. We went through the whole first segment on the introduction. That's when you know you got a guest. That beat everybody. So we're coming back right after this. We're on the Genesis Communication networks of AM radio stations all over the world. It is the Legacy Leadership Radio Show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Good job, Mr. Radio Show.
Hey, you guys, golly, Nets. Hello, Denise, you beautiful thing. Paul Van Dieven.
Denise, where is she?
There. I love, the people. Right now we're in the hard break for the radio show for about another 15 seconds.
We got some Google support. Orison Sweat.
There it is.
It wasn't John Milton Fogg.
No, I just couldn't think of the name.
Here we go. We're coming back in 5 seconds here.
And welcome back, everybody. It's Tom Chenault. It's Adrian Chenault, my little boy. And he introduced me to these people who are probably deeper, better, more well-versed than almost anybody I've ever had on the show. And it took a little whippersnapper like me to get next to him, like him to get me next to him. And I just love you for that. I love you. Thank you. So we've got Allison Gaddy and Don Hobbs here live from Puerto Rico. How do you like it down there? Is it like Hurricane Central, or is it pretty fun?
It was really fun knowing that we were not freezing to death. I feel terrible for the rest of the United States.
Yeah.
Whatever was just experienced. So and in general, it's amazing. We have about 30 to 40 of our real estate community that's moved here. So it's like an adult like day camp, or not day camp, but adult fun. We just all live here and work here and enjoy each other. So
remember the camp that they went to? Do you remember the camp they went to in the movie Dirty Dancing? We have that here. It's all our real estate buddies are here. Almost.
So where do you sell real estate, to each other or all over the world?
We have
I sell real estate in Austin, Texas. No, I have a real estate team and I sell Austin. I got started in Austin, Texas, and I still run my real estate team in Austin. However, the most important thing is what honestly, I was agent 641 for our real estate company, eXp Realty. I saw somebody, what was it? Who was it that said eXp's made a mark? Paul. eXp has made a big mark in Canada. So the amazing thing that really connects Tom's thinking and the way that we think, we are a real estate company, we sell real estate. If we don't sell real estate, there's no revenue. If there's no revenue, there's no revenue to share. However, eXp Realty has allowed me to take my business, my life, and my vision to a whole next level because we own a real estate company within eXp Realty that is in 6 countries, and we're over 1,000 agents worldwide. How are we? Because it's built on a 7-level network. You know what? It's similar to network marketing. It is built on a revenue sharing platform that allows us to support our real estate agents within our organization in selling incrementally across the board and grow our real estate company. So I've been with that company for 7 years. And so to answer your question, how do we sell real estate? Where do we sell real estate? We sell real estate around the world, wherever our people are.
So your organization that you have built has 1,000 reps inside of it in 6 countries.
Real estate agents, just real estate agents. Just,
real estate
not reps, just real estate agents. Right?
Wow.
They used to be at Coldwell Banker. They used to be at Remax. They used to be at Keller Williams. Yeah. Now they're with eXp. It's the fastest growing real estate company in history. And our group knows that they get coaching and training and the influence of Allison and what she's masterminded and my training and my background. And so together they get a lot. They get a lot from being part of our organization as well as what they get from eXp.
Now, do you have to be a real estate agent to be in that company?
You do.
Yep, yeah, you absolutely do.
Well, it's a real estate company. It's a real estate brokerage. I mean, people try and make it into something else. It's a real estate brokerage.
They try to make it network marketing, but what it is a referral. And actually, Keller Williams Keller Williams grew to 180,000 agents at its largest worldwide on a profit sharing model. But profit, as we know, is after revenue minus expenses equals profit. We are revenue off the top. So every agent that you attract to the company that you support in real estate sales. So we're heavily invested in your success as a real estate agent and our agent success, because when you sell more real estate, we make more revenue share. And that's the beauty. That's the magic that really changed the game in eXp Realty.
And, we're talking about legacy. I mean, clearly, Tom and Adrian, that's been, one of your big focuses. It's interesting to see how many people have been able to create legacy wealth because, in a lot of network marketing, and Allison is right, it's in a style of network marketing, but it's a brokerage. The difference is instead of selling $100 worth of something, right? Potions, lotions, whatever that happens to be, it's a $15,000, $20,000 commission. It's, an $80,000 commission. It's a lot. And that just equals a lot. We've got people that have literally become millionaires and, there's yachts and planes being purchased. And it's never happened in the real estate space ever before what's going on right now with this group.
That's a super interesting idea. And I think one of the things, legacy, I think is closely tied in to leverage, right? Creating leverage on your time and on your efforts. And that's a pretty unique model. And I think so much of what your combined backgrounds and skills and passions are about are really helping people to see the leverage that exists and that is available to them across a lot, bringing different disciplines together. And so that's what I want to talk about on the other side of the break. This is a short segment, so we're going to go back and take another break here on the radio. You're listening to the Legacy Leadership Radio Show. We're interviewing Don Hobbs and Allison Gaddy, incredible leaders in the world of real estate and coaching and so much more. And this is an awesome conversation already, and it's only going to get better from here. So stick around. You're on the Genesis Communication Network, and we will be back right after this. Stick around. All right, you guys, this is very, very cool. I am, how rich are you guys? I mean, this is crazy. So you've got all these realtors underneath you that you're getting paid on. You're selling real estate.
Tom's got the model. Tom just got it. That was
My
smart.
wife's well, Denise is gonna call you about the Dalai Lama and a real estate license.
And a real estate license.
Yeah.
Totally, dude.
We had thought.
Absolutely.
Hold on. We're coming back.
And we're back. It's Tom Chenault. It's Adrian Chenault. It's the Legacy Leadership Radio Show. Allison Gaddy, who is quite a live wire, and her not so boring husband, or whatever the hell they are, Don Hobbs. These two have been involved in a lot of different businesses for a long time, whether it was television production, whether it's really, really spiritual stuff with the Dalai Lama, whether it's acting. It's big stuff and pretty doggone cool, don't you think?
Pretty doggone cool. Denise said, leave it to Tom to ask the straight question. So that's exactly right. And yeah, it is. It's so cool what you guys are up to. And what I love about the model that you're in, and what I love about, you two specifically, and the passion that you have, is that so much of it is about helping other people, irrespective of companies, to be able to create that kind of leverage in their life. And so talk about some of the things that you guys are working on these days in the realm of coaching and helping other realtors in any company to be successful. Because I think that's really interesting what you're up to these days.
I was waiting to see if her lips were going to move.
I mean, I've been hogging the floor, so
let's let Don. Poor Don, you can talk, Don.
He got the little text message that we didn't see calling.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, so here we go.
It's so fun to work with Allison because we do so many meetings together like this.
Yeah.
We guys, one of the things, this is for me a lot of years of giving to the industry. And, real estate's been my thing. And of course, personal development was the start of it. And so always wanting people to do better, always wanting them to have the best possible life, and to set up the structures and the mindset to go along with that. And, part of that is we now get to do that for our own agents, which we love. We also do public programs, which are for people, that are not in our group. But the thing that is probably most exciting for us right now is we believe we can transform a lot of lives through other key influencers and people that are building out their influence. And that happens like they may or may not be coaches right now, but they're moving towards I have something to say. I got a message. I've got knowledge. I've got depth. And right now, honestly, the industry was so many years of good times that a lot of skills were lacking. A lot of people weren't really ready to do real estate. They kind of got in the right time, right place. And now the market's shifted and they're like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? And so there's people out there that we're taking under our wing. We're raising their profiles, getting them to be seen, helping them become a much bigger influence than they have been in the past. And then helping them create whatever that offer is, whether it's a course or a product or an offering of some sort of consulting, but taking people to a very high level of success. And of course, Allison and I know how to do that for people, but we also love doing it through these people and helping them create this business. And we take them to 6 figures at their choice, or 7 figures, and we actually guarantee the results of it. So it's pretty exciting for somebody who wants to grow something and build something that's going to be legacy and help people. And we can help them do all the aspects of it. We'll build the funnels, build the social, build everything to kind of make them shine.
That's cool. And you guys, you have something kicking off pretty soon in that realm, don't you?
So he's talking about, I actually told them, so that is our 6-7 figure coaching. And we specifically help realtors, but also other people in other industries build their coaching business that want to take it online.
Yeah.
What you're asking about is Don's baby, which is Gateway to Mastery, which is Don.
It's an 8-week course that if you're a realtor and you're not sitting in that course, you're being foolish. It's an 8-week course on how to build your brand, how to, get yourself to be seen as different. And everybody in real estate tends to follow the followers. And the ironic part, the funny part, not so funny part is I would say you're following the followers and most of the realtors are broke. And we helped build, I've spoken for 1.6 million realtors in my life. And we actually have built campaigns for 150,000 top performers in this industry, changed the industry completely, as Allison was talking about. So, I really get passionate about helping people figure out how do they select their target markets? How do they market themselves? How do they build their brands? How do they know what to do with social and all the choices we have? And all of that is part of Gateway to Mastery. So that's launching late January, actually. 24th, I think, is the date. I'm not looking at it, but I'm pretty sure my memory serves me.
Yep. Hi, Ken Walls.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Ken Walls. That's awesome.
He's doing a big deal with
I
Realty.
love Ken Walls. Hi, Ken.
Ken Walls. Hi, Ken Walls.
That's awesome. So how do people find this this Gateway to Mastery?
They go to gatewaytomastery.com.
Gatewaytomasterynow.live.
No. Okay. All right. Yes, they go there.
Gatewaytomasterynow.com is what is
Dot
what
live. Gatewaytomasterynow.live is actually where it is.
I'm going to check that because I think, yeah.
I got it.
That's so
All right.
funny. Anyway, they're going to get, I'll type it in for them or something. We can put it in the chat box.
All right. Sounds good. We're so you want to go and check that out. There's some really cool stuff going on there. And
it's a game changer. You know why? You know what's so awesome about it? Thanks for doing that, Adrian. I appreciate it. What's great about it is, you know, people think it's about marketing only. It's marketing, and marketing is an inner thing, because if I don't see myself as being willing to be seen, to stand out, to stand up, what you're going to discover is that their insides won't let them be big, and so they shrink, and they will never have the success they want. So we actually help them grow themselves, grow their businesses, and develop a real business in real estate, a practice that is substantial. So anyway, cool stuff for anybody in real estate. It's a big deal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so, you know, you made this nod to the you know, not so secret fact that things have changed pretty dramatically in the landscape for the average real estate agent, as rates have done what they've done and prices have kind of yet to do what we think they might need to do if rates are going to stay where they're going to be, or whatever the heck is going to go on in this world. And it's a time when you got to really think strategically about how you're going to navigate through that if you're in the space. How important are relationships in the scheme of helping you to navigate through that and to be successful when it's not just a time when you've got more coming inbound than you can handle in the first place?
Well, I was going to say, I'm looking for Allison. Relationships, could you say that again? Relationships are everything. Relationships are the foundation for everything. It's like, without relationships, deep relationships, ongoing relationships, marketing to me is about how do we build relationships in the world where they think they know us and they come to us, they call us. But once we get them in our database, then it's all about how do we keep the collection of great people we have and build a business. This is our business. No database, no business. No names, no collection of relationships, no diving in and making relationships deeper. There's no business.
That's right on. Well, Allison, how have you've been at this? So you're like, I don't know, 25 now. So you've been in real estate for about 4 years. Is that right?
Yeah, I used to say 15 years, and Don's like, I think it's more than 15. But anyway, we'll just leave it at 15 plus. I really don't want to go to 20, but I've been in the real estate space for a little while and in business for a while. And I mean, honestly, relationships are everything. You know, what's interesting to me, and especially even the concept of contact mapping that I've learned as I get older. Anyway, let's just leave that, is that the ebb and flow of relationships, kind of what I mean, what is it? Only 100 people that you can actually kind of keep in your mind, keep in your database. But the thing is, there's more than 100 people that are super important to me. And what's kind of cool is how people ebb and flow. Like I'll say Brian Hampton, Kara Hampton, his wife. I'm going to use them as an example if you guys are listening. Probably not. But this is a real estate partner I had in 2007 or 8 in Chicago, who he and his wife, with their 3 little boys, after getting married, we hadn't talked in 15 years, moved back to Austin, and we're all back in each other's lives. And so I don't know where this is going for the contact mapping, but I'm sure you guys, like, I mean, I need to know more about that, but making sure that you stay close, that you stay connected, that you stay nurturing, right? And I know Facebook and social media help us, but Brian and Kara would be a great example of friends that I love that I hadn't talked to for so many years that are back. And there's so many people you need to keep up with like that. And in business and in friendship. And Brian and Kara are examples of both. So
we've got people on a rotation of remember. And what that means is instead of a follow-up means something to be done. A remember is just, man, I'm thinking about you. What can I do to make your life better? How's Puerto Rico? You get that, you swallow your cigar versus some cornball little dancing bear. And what you guys need to do is love people. And all I want to hear is my name. And then that's you, that's all of us. And have somebody actually remember us. Even Ken Walls. You know, I think about Ken Walls a lot because this Ramey about a month ago, popped onto my radar and I go, holy mackerel, this guy's a billionaire and flying his airplane around. I wonder who knows Ramey. So I looked around and all of a sudden, here comes Ken Walls right to the forefront. And that's, then had I just come out of the sky blue and said, Ken, introduce me, that wouldn't have happened. But he was on a rotation. We were already in rotation, not doing business, but both of us knowing each other were alive. And it was easy for me to say, would you do me a favor? And he said, what's that? And I said, would you please tell Ramey I am unbelievable? And anybody will say that because I could be unbelievably bad or unbelievably good. And they never ask. So it's nothing. Just say I'm unbelievable. He doesn't have to make up anything because I am unbelievable one way or the other. So that's all I wanted him to do. He did it. And the next thing you know, we got Ramey on the show. And tomorrow, Ken is doing a giant deal with Ramey at 6:00 Mountain Time tomorrow night that you guys need to get on because they're talking about Steve Jobs and his most important speech ever. But everything we do is serving. So that point, when you've served enough, you can actually call a favor and win. And that's all. If you want to be Don Hobbs, if you want to be Allison Gaddy, master that and you win, right, you guys?
Absolutely. Do you know what,
Yeah,
Tom? You are the master of that. I mean, and Adrian and we've known each other, a little bit longer. I will tell you, we are shocked and talk about all the time how Tom keeps us in his heart and in his mind and it all the time. Like, how does he do that? It's because he's got a system for it. Oh my gosh.
Totally.
Right? It's like, you're good at this, Tom. And those relationships pay dividends. And guys and gals that are watching this, ladies and gentlemen, this is business 101, but it's the place that most people overlook. They're looking for the new deal. They're looking for the kill. They're looking for the sale. It's not about that. It's about the relationship.
And I should listen to support that, Don. I should really listen to what I'm understanding and learning because I was thinking, and it does mean a lot. It is important. It does make you feel special. It does keep you connected. And I can think about, not that we're gonna I can think about when Tom checks in and how special it feels. And I'm like, did you hear from Tom, babe? Did you hear from Tom? Right? Oh, I heard from Tom. I heard from Tom last week. Oh, okay, great. And guys, I mean, it's just, honestly, now I'm selling contact mapping because truly it is so valuable and so meaningful. And if you're not on Tom's rotation, you should get in his contact mapping.
Amen. All
right, he will check in, right?
Break.
I mean, he will
They're all on it. They can't get rid of me, man.
They're all getting it, right? How much does it matter? I mean, right?
Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back right after this. We love you, Tom Sheffield. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Final segment, Legacy Leadership Radio Show with Don Hobbs, Allison Gaddy. This is Adrian Chenault with Tom Chenault. And what an awesome show this has been. We're in the final segment. And I just love the heart and the spirit and the contribution behind these two amazing people who are making a big dent in the world. And in this last segment, I want to think about that legacy that you're creating inside of all these different business ventures that you have, right? Because legacy is not about when you're gone, even though that's a part of it. Legacy is the ripples that you're creating in the life that you're living right now. And so where do you see the biggest pull and the biggest passion in the legacy that you are creating through the work that you're doing right now? So I'm going to go to Allison first, and then we'll finish up with Don.
Yeah, I was about to jump out of my chair. What we're building for people, what we're helping people build just by getting behind them in our 7-figure coaching right now is probably the most rewarding thing that I've seen. And that's even beyond. It is to get behind people who know their coaches and they know they've got something, they've got their power, and to be able to put what we're doing behind them and help them go online and help them scale to really build freedom. I mean, it's another level for us. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
That is so awesome. I love
And
that. What about you, Don?
I think the deal on that is, and Allison hit it right on, I think it's empowering people who already have the heart for giving and know that we're here for more than just ourselves. We're here for the good of all. And I remember Andy Andrews, a great friend of mine from years back, and Andy, talked always about we touch each other, the butterfly effect, which was a little book that he wrote, which we've all heard. There's a movie, there's the butterfly effect, right? But we all touch each other's lives. And, I think that what we're really allowing for people to do is our legacy is through other people touching people, touching people, touching people. And, we all have a thing that we do. And I guess I would say to everybody, remember that what you do is important. Hold yourself above survival and really be there to figure out how can we give to others and what can we do to make this place better for everybody, because that ultimately is what we're here for. It's the excitement of living. We could use what was it? I think Ziegler that said the secret to living is giving. I mean, there's a lot to that. And, it's not just a phrase. It's not just an overdone, old, tried and true set of words. It really is why we're here. It really is why we're here. And I happen to be fortunate to be around Rohn. I watched what he did. I said to him, I want to do what you do. I want to be what you are. I never thought it would get anywhere close to it, but it's so fun and so exciting to be able to give in the way that we do. And Allison is one of the great givers. I mean, if you know Tom, you know her style. She loves to help people and has done some miraculous things. I'm in the same boat. I love to help people.
And what you've done is exactly that. And what everybody has to understand is they aren't practicing. This is experience paying it forward, where there's a big difference. Because if they didn't know what they were doing and they were selling you something because you're a test tube for them, that's one thing. But no, what they've done is they've merged real estate with another revenue model, and they've got something that they literally guarantee success with if you'll step up to the plate and be coachable and do what they say. And you have to do what they say because it worked for them, so it'll work for you. And so I would strongly suggest you go to that gatewaytomasterynow.com and just take a look at it hard, because it is the real deal. These two are the real deal. I have seen them in deep water, and I know how they respond in deep water. And I love them both for that. And thank you too so very, very much. Right, Paco?
Yeah.
Right, Paco. Thank you, Tom.
I call him Paco.
That's so fun.
It's
you're
it's
gonna bring tears to my eyes, man.
I know, right? We also have a Facebook group. I will say it's Facebook.com/groups/expert partners, which is our 6-7-figure coaching. I just wanted to, after Tom said that, our Gateway to Mastery is our marketing program. And if you're interested in our coaching, please join our 6-7-figure coaching group. So,
Totally.
but Tom, I just have to say, you're one that will come into hot water and put on those boots and just jump right in there with you and say, I gotcha. If I can, I gotcha, and reach out a hand, and I just, right back at you. That's all I have to say is thank you for who you are and all you do and all you give, because it's really incredible. It means a lot. So since you went there, I have to go back. Thank you.
The name of the game is,
and you know what? I love that. I love everything that Allison just said about you, Tom. And I'm going to say that Paco is made in your likeness.
Oh, for sure.
Isn't this just miraculous right here? And you know what's so great about him is he got all my attributes and none. He doesn't cuss. He doesn't drink. He's just not a heathen. He's everything wonderful. And here's his dad. And he just was able to step back from what wasn't the exact right thing and take the good. And I love you for that, man. And I feel like
Well,
I've known you all your life.
Well, half baloney, but thank you. And it's a blessing to get to do this stuff together, and it's so cool to watch the way you two work together and the way that you are each other's fans and supporters, and that's what partnership's all about, and that's what we're creating as we carry this out into the world. And so I feel that, I experienced that just in getting to talk to you, and that's who we want to be. We want to do that through relationship. We want to do that through creating, figuring out these different ripple effects and how many different places can you go and do that in the world. And so you found that inside of EXP, you found that inside of this coaching program, you found that in all these different places. And that's what we want to do. And so thank you so much for listening. Thanks for being with us today, Don and Allison. Go check out gatewaytomasterynow.com, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Unbelievable job. Don't hang up, you guys. These people are unbelievable. All right, Brooke, it's about time you woke up. So Richard, I'm texting him like crazy because he's sleeping. I'm buzzing his phone, and he's out there playing golf with Kimmy or paddleboarding or chasing dolphins in Hawaii. He wrote, yeah, you guys, it is beautiful to know people. This is no kidding. And all of you need to know that the relationships of a lot of us on this call are so much deeper than what we do, so much deeper than what you think we are, because we took the time to know each other, figure out what we could do to help each other when the water gets deep. I call these guys when the water gets deep for me, and I'm honored when they do that to me, where I can help them a little bit on something. And all of you just need to get deeper in your dang relationships, right?
Yeah, that's it. Get to know people past the accolades, and a magical thing can start to happen.
Yeah, and you're beautiful, and I can't wait. I tried to get hold of Trey, your brother, last night for something, and the name of the game is all of us are in one very small world that we used to think was huge, where we're all connected and we can help each other on so many different levels. All of you get to know people more beyond what they do, so you can contribute to them, and your life's going to change. We love you guys very much, and thanks for coming on the show.
Take care.
Oh, we love you guys too.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, and you get a free sweatshirt. We're going to send you both a Love Like Crazy, Then Love More sweatshirt, or you're in Puerto Rico, we'll send them t-shirts.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll give you a choice. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys.